Welcome to the lesson from Chapter 6 of the CACFP Administrative Manual, Filing Claims Online. The goal of this lesson is to explain the procedure for filing original, modified, and revised claims online, provide claim submission deadlines, and clarify error messages you may encounter. Everyone in your organization authorized to access Iowa C&P must have their own username and password. If you don't have one, fill out the Iowa C&P Access Request form. This form is also used to remove employees who no longer need access. Follow the instructions to complete the form. Email the completed form to this address. If you are new to CACFP, the form can be accessed at the end of this chapter. Otherwise, go to the Download Forms section of Iowa C&P. Use the assigned username and password to log on to Iowa C&P. Follow the instructions to change the password when logging in for the first time. Passwords need to be changed every 180 days. You will be notified when you need to reset your password. Use this link if you forget your user ID or password. Programs participating in more than one child nutrition program will first click the green icon for Child and Adult Care Food Program. Most organizations will be taken directly to the next screen, a welcome page that acts as a bulletin board with information and updates for centers and home sponsors. In the top right corner is a menu bar. This is where you can change to another child nutrition program, select a different year, open up the online help, or log out. Select the correct year for your claim. The CACFP fiscal year begins on October 1st and ends September 30th. If your application is or becomes unapproved, you might not be able to submit a claim. Contact your consultant or call 515-281-5356 if you need assistance. To submit a claim online, first log on to Iowa C&P. Make sure the correct year is selected. Select Claims and Claim Entry Centers. Select the month and click Add Original Claim. Click Add. Enter claim information in the fields that are available for each site in the organization. In this example, the number of days the center was open and serving food is 21. Next, total together the number of children attending each day during the month and enter it for total attendance. The average daily attendance will be calculated for you. The number of shifts autofills from the site application. Next, enter the number enrolled from each reimbursement category. The state agency defines an enrolled child as one who is enrolled at the center and who eats at least one meal during the month. Total enrolled autofills from the numbers reported in each category. Enter the number of free, reduced, and paid meals served in the fields provided. You may only enter data for the meals approved on the site application. In this example, breakfast, morning snack, lunch, and afternoon snack are approved in the site application, so counts can be entered for these meals. Enter the number of free, reduced, and paid meals served. Meal totals will autofill. Click Save. Enter claims for all sites if the organization is a center sponsor. The sponsor shown here has 12 sites. From the Claim Site List screen, click Continue and the claim cost details will appear. Enter any income received for the food service in Part A. If the organization is a pricing program, enter monthly payments for meals on line A1. If the staff pay the center for their meals, enter the monthly payment amount on line A2. Enter other income on line A3 if applicable. Examples of other income include payment for meals your food service prepares and sells to other centers. Enter reimbursement received during the month on line A4. You will not be able to submit a line item unless an amount has been approved for that line item in the annual budget. If you enter a number for a line item not approved in your budget, an error message will appear. Remove the entry for that line item. If you wish to report the line item, revise your budget and contact your consultant for approval. Enter enough expenses to show all CACFP reimbursement has been spent by the end of the fiscal year. Only line items indicated by a checkbox in the annual budget can be reported on the cost claim detail as monthly expenses. It may not be necessary to enter amounts in the cost claim details for all line items approved in the annual budget. When you are done entering expenses, click Save and Validate Claim. This brings up the certification screen. Check the box and click Submit for Payment. Meal totals will be calculated and a screen with a confirmation number will appear that indicates an email was sent to the claim contact. Print this screen to document your claim was successfully submitted. You will not be able to access this screen again. Click Finished. The claim status will say Accepted when the claim has been successfully submitted. The earned amount will be listed. The claim status will say Processed after the claim has been paid. The claim summary report will show how the claim was calculated. Click Claims and Claim Entry Centers. Click on the specific month, then Summary. Center sponsors can click Show Site Meal Details for a breakdown by site. For most meal claim errors, you will need to recount your meals or attendance and check totals. A warning message means you need to take another look at the source documents and confirm the data entered. Edit checks are built into the Iowa C&P to ensure questionable meal counts are verified. A warning message will not block the claim from being submitted or paid. Critical error messages must be corrected before you can successfully submit the claim for processing, as there is an error in the numbers entered. Please read all error messages carefully to determine the meal count correction needed. The asterisk in this message means multiplied by. The number of at-risk PM snack free snacks cannot exceed the at-risk free category times total days of operation times number of shifts. If you have missed the deadline for submitting a claim, you will receive an error message. If you don't understand the error message listed or have unsuccessfully tried to correct an error message and need further assistance, please call the person listed on this chart in the manual. As long as your claim has not been processed, you can make changes to it as many times as you like. Click Claims, click Claim Entry Centers, click on the claim month and click Modify. Make the desired changes to the claim and click Continue. This brings up the certification screen. Check the box and click Submit for Payment. A screen with a confirmation number will appear that indicates an email was sent to the claim contact listed on the application. Click Finished. The claim status will say Accepted when the claim has been successfully submitted and will say Processed after the claim has been paid. The earned amount will be listed. If the claim status is pending, incomplete, or error, it was not successfully submitted. After a claim has been paid, you will have to enter a revised claim to change it. Click Claims, click Claim Entry Centers, click on the claim month. You will be able to see the claim history for the original claim and all revised claims. Click Add Revision, click Revise. The previously submitted claim will appear. Enter only the new corrected totals. Click Save and Continue. This brings up the Claim Cost Details screen. When you are done entering expenses, click Save and Validate Claim. Check the box and click Submit for Payment. A screen with a confirmation number will appear that indicates an email was sent to the claim contact listed on the application. Click Finished. If claims are submitted by the state deadline, they are processed in the month received. If claims are received after the deadline but within federal deadlines, they will be processed in the following month. Mailed paper claims must be at the state agency on the 10th of the month that follows the claim month. Online claims must be submitted for processing by 3 p.m. on the 15th of the month that follows the claim month. After 3 p.m., the system will lock for a period of around 5 working days to allow the state agency to process claims and issue payments. There may be additional times when the system is down for maintenance. Plan your claim entry with this in mind. If the system is closed for processing, you will see this message when you attempt to submit your claim. Claims are closed for the selected year. You must click the Submit for Payment button and make sure that the claim is listed as accepted by the deadline. If the 15th of the month is on a weekend or holiday, then the deadline will be 3 p.m. on the following working day. An original claim, the first time it is filed, must be submitted on or before 60 calendar days after the last day of the claim month. Note that this deadline may be less than 2 months after the last day of the claim. A revision that increases reimbursement must be filed on or before 90 calendar days after the end of the month claimed if the original claim was filed within 60 calendar days. A revision that decreases reimbursement may be filed at any time. If federal deadlines are missed, you may apply for a one-time exception for 1 month's claim. You will receive an error message when you submit the claim. Contact the state agency at this number to request a one-time exception. If an exception is granted, it may not be granted again for 3 years. Mailed paper claims must be postmarked on or before the 60-day deadline for original submission of a claim and on or before the 90-day deadline for submission of a revised claim. The Download Forms section of the Iowa C&P contains an annual calendar with due dates for claims and other relevant dates. This chart in the manual shows original and revised due dates for the year. Post one or both of these sheets near your work area to help you submit your claim on time. A current calendar is always available in Download Forms. This concludes the chapter on filing claims online. If you have questions, please contact your CACFP consultant or the state agency using the contact information in the front of your CACFP Administrative Manual.